Hello, Collector. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. I hope that you're all well blessed and highly favored. All right, I'm going to give you some more information and messages that I was getting. Give me 1 second, please. Oh, my phones are acting up. One second. More downloads that I was getting, okay? So, make sure you always like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out my Instagram, my Facebook, and my TikTok. If you need any help with your personal life, email me, all right? So these are more downloads that I was getting about the karmics, the chosen ones, and then families or different lovers or different things that could be happening. So pay attention, please, okay? So one of the first downloads I was getting from one of the movies I was watching is that a lot of these karmics, they have children that are very gifted, all right? They're angelic beings, all right? Very smart, very gifted, all right? Some of them may know, some of them don't even realize that yet. They are an angel sent by God to help them or to expose them, all right? What I was getting that there's a lot of these children that belong to these karmics, and I'm talking about anywhere from like 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that have actually seen and have information about bad things that they have done. All right, so um, there are children that have information that the authorities need. Okay, it says the chosen ones that are attacking always liked. Um, the chosen ones that are attacking always like amen. So a lot of these chosen ones are being attacked like by a lot of famous people, all right? Or there's a lot of famous people that are could be chosen, all right? And that's why the enemy's trying so hard to keep them stuck, because he wants to keep them in the dark. He's using other people around them, people, places, things, family, work, lovers, friends, different people they don't know, to keep them stuck, okay? A lot of these people that could be famous, that are chosen, are being stopped by their own family. All right, I was getting these messages like their own family, friends, ex-lovers, like all these people are co-workers, are working together. Religious organizations are all working together to try to stop this individual, all right, whether it be a woman or man, from getting to their calling, to their destiny. um these people, these chosen ones that they're messing with, they're very loving, very caring, always helping their family, always helping their friends, always helping, any lovers, any random people that they may meet, coming and going, never asking for nothing in return, all right? Not knowing the whole time that all these people are the devil's people, the enemy, all right? That they are their karmics, trying to stop them from their callings, all right? um and then it was like showing me like it could have happened to some people that have died already, all right, that were chosen and they were here to do a work like me and many other are doing, but may have been killed, or may still be trying to be killed to this day, for their inheritance, for their money, for their spot in this world, all right, for their gifts. um so many could be trying to kill, or already have attempted to try to kill me, others, all right. There's 144,000 and a select chosen, all right. So um many of these people, they're working together to try to stop God's plan, all right? When the whole time, like, this person is blinded by their illusions, by their magic, by what they put around us to try to make us believe for so many years, all right? So a lot of these people, like, they're not innocent either. Like, I'm talking about these people that are chosen, they make bad choices. So whether karmics or whether chosen, all right, people is just talking about in general. A lot of things have happened that has made a lot of people involved with everything in general because of sleeping around with friends, families, co-workers, other lovers around the world, having relationships, being in open marriages or being in marriages and having agreements to sleep around, all right, or to be, sleep with men or women or both. All right, and that has opened the door to many karmics and many people that are having issues of the dark because they opened their doors to the most seven deadly sins. All right, to the what you're not supposed to do, the Ten Commandments as well. All right, you open the door and you sleep around and you doing all these things and having babies all around the world, sleeping around, having a lot of women here or women having a lot of men here and there. It could go both ways, whether you're a woman or a man. Whoremongers, all right, lust, addictions to sex. Um, And as I was watching this movie and as I'm just getting a lot of downloads, I feel a very heavy presence. It's very dark outside. All right, there's a big spiritual battle going on because everything is changing. Many of God's people are being ascended, all right, going upwards. All right, there is a spiritual battle going on between the dark and the light. So there's a very dark, heavy presence, all right? It's dark, it's been dark outside for the last few hours, all right? There's a heaviness, a heart. It's like my download is like many are facing darkness right now. And so since they know that their karma's coming, there's a heaviness. There's an ache in their body, in their heart, in their pain. They're melancholy, they're down because they never thought that they would be exposed. They never thought that they would be caught. Some of these people, whether good or bad, could live in Seattle. There's some type of attachment to Seattle. There's a karmic out here that someone's child saw them murder someone and it's a son. There's some type of attachment like California. All right, California, Canada. They just said, I don't know, California, Canada. There's some type of attachment, California, Canada. Some of the chosen ones, they're attacking. They're trying to attack you because you're meant to help people with childhood trauma. All right, people like this person's kid that I just mentioned, whoever that is out there that has actually saw somebody killed or murdered or saw one of their own loved ones be murdered or saw another innocent person be murdered by their own loved one. You have to take it how it resonates. Many of my chosen ones were meant to be psychologists, therapists, healers. A lot of us, including myself, gifted. We're very gifted, meant to work with children. Yeah, again, I wrote here in the movie, a child saw a karmic doing illegal actions. So there's someone's child or children that saw them like doing illegal things. Could have been putting stuff in people's drinks, food. Could have been sleeping around on their other half. Just doing, real ugly things that children don't need to see. Some of these karmics, their name could be Jackie, or there could be a Jackie involved. There's a detective that's involved. There's good and bad detectives, okay? But there's a bad detective involved for sure. Someone needs to pay attention right now. You're gonna win the lottery. You're chosen and meant to win the lottery. They've been giving. I know they've been giving me signs for a long time. So they've been giving us a sign for a long time already. You have to listen to your intuition. Someone involved could be, his name could be Luke. Luke has something to do with something here. Winfield, the name Winfield. Someone's last name could be Winfield. It could be a Winfield company, corporation. There's a lot of crows around you right now. There's a lot of, it could be good or bad. You have to be able to distinguish, listen to your intuition. They shapeshift into crows to watch. A lot of you, whether you're a karmic or whether you're chosen or a dark being or light being, there's children here that are very gifted. They can speak to the dead. Oftentimes, you see your children speaking to someone, they're speaking to the dead. That's why. They could speak to the dead. Someone could be involved, could be a karmic or a light being. They could have something to do with anything here. His name could be Scott. Their last name could be Scott. His first name could be Scott. So there's a situation going on with some karmics and possibly a chosen one. That there was money I wrote down from this movie that I was just watching, stole money from someone's safe. All right. This person, like I said earlier, they were very loving, very caring, always trying to do everything for their family, friends, lovers, co-workers, random people they didn't know. But these people, the whole time, they were worried about, what he or she had in their safe, what he or she was accumulating throughout their life, just using them to their benefit as long as they could get whatever they wanted. Some of these chosen beings already have been killed. All right, for their life, for who they were, what they were about, what they were trying to expose. All right, or some are still trying to be killed. All right, or exposed or hurt, or their gifts or their life or their money, things to be taken from them. They say even like people trying to steal people, have relationships with people's exes, lovers, husbands, wives. That's disgusting. I don't get why people even do that because I've never been a woman. I mean, to me, that's just a turn off. I've had like friends that have done that to me. I mean, I still was like associated with these people, but it's like that always stood in my mind. So it's like from the first time I always knew like, yeah, something's not right with you. If you want to screw somebody off, somebody's lovers or men or women that they've been with, obviously that should have clicked in my brain like it should a lot of years. Like something's not right with this individual. So yeah, a lot of the this is pertaining to someone that's chosen because I wrote it right here from this movie, Family of a Chosen One Rearranged. So there's someone that is supposed to be chosen and called, and their family is deranged. Their family and friends and ex-lovers and co-workers, and they're the ones that's deranged. They just keep saying family, family, family. So it's family. All right, your family, whether you want to see it or not. And even this chosen one, it's like they're so stuck in the magic and the illusions and the lies and in their family ways, so codependent, so doesn't want to change either because they're stuck in those old ugly ways that they're used to. Some of these people, they're going to suffer a mighty, bad consequences, karma. Others may, are walking away and realizing that they are chosen because God has spoken to them. Their angels and ancestors are watching over them and letting them know what's good, what is and what isn't real. Who's fake, who's not, who's loyal, who's not, who's been doing what. It's like they've been showing a lot of us like movies. I know they show me every night in my dreams. They show me faces, names, all type of, so it's like, and I've been surprised the whole time, like damn. Here we are, we're over here being nice and always helping people because when you're light workers, angelic beings, chosen ones, usually that's what we do because we are love, we are light. But people of the dark are always attracted to us and take advantage of that. But it's not going to be able to happen no more because God's putting a halt to that. Um, okay, so another download I got. This is for my police, my feds, my FBI. So when you're paying attention, or if you're just trying to figure out who's real in your life and who isn't, who's lying and who isn't, especially when it comes to children, there's children, and this kept coming out on my paper because I wrote it all over, that know a lot. They have all the information that either this chosen people need to know or these police, these FBI, these detectives need to know. All right, or the feds. All right, these children have the information. All you gotta do is work with them and they're gonna give it to you. But you need to realize when you're dealing with what I was getting from this movie, like when you're dealing with children, they when they share or try to give information, you got to understand that they give you information like from their how a child thinks. So like in this movie, this the lady was trying to work with this kid, the little boy, to try to get information. And some of you, it is your little boy. It is a little boy that knows everything. So some of you have a son that he knows a lot that you need to know. Um, because it says son here and I son over there I saw. So it's like it could be a girl too, but I'm seeing sons. Okay. Um, they give you like stories. So say like, okay, they might want to be explaining like who came and killed, their dad or something, or did something to their dad. They might use the story of Tinkerbell as an example, like with this movie. All right, the little boy kept playing around like how kids play with their imaginary friends, or their characters or whatever, their superheroes, while they're running around. He kept saying, da 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 da, running around. He's like, all I could hear was the sea, because when they killed his father, it was by the sea, and it was nighttime, and the water was, moving, so that's why he heard the sound of water. So he's like, Captain Hook killed my father, Captain Hook, and the lady didn't get it at first, but then later, as the police started digging more and more, they ended up finding a hook in the water where they killed his father. That's why he said Captain Hook. They correlate things with fantasy, but for us, we often think that when kids talk, it's like fantasy. Oh, they're just saying that. No, they use those correlations to tell you a whole true story about what they know, whether good or bad. So you need to know that when you're working with different cases and trying to find out different information about any karmics or bad people in this world, okay, of the dark. um for whatever reason, I saw a sign and symbol. It said 320. Look up angel number 320. 320 could be an important number for something. I saw it said lounge. I got from looking at it like lounge 320. Then I tried to look it up. So I was getting like some of these karmics could hang out or be in any city, state, or country where there's a lounge that refers to as 320 lounge. Okay, these people hang out in some type of lounges like this 320 lounge, or um what else did I write down? Oh, I wrote over here 320. It says 320 River, Dearborn, Chicago. There's a 320 River Harbor, Dearborn, Chicago. They can hang out there. Somebody involved could have something to do here. Courtyard Lounge 320, Inglewood, Ohio. Rooftop Bar, New York City. Flatiron, New York. Okay. A lot of these karmics that are trying to mess with these chosen ones or light beings is because they have accumulated a lot of money, a lot of business. They accumulated inheritance and their own family, friends, lovers, all right, different co-workers, people. This is what they're going after different individuals for. Like I said, many have already died, but many of us, they're still trying to kill us for these reasons, for businesses, inheritance, gifts, callings, a spot, a life, to take over your whole life, even your wife, your family. They could want it all. All right. What else do I have? There's something that was coming out too. Is like airlines. A lot of these karmics, they either have their own airline, their own air business, their own planes. I was getting Air Canada, Maple Leaf Air, if that's some type of airplane. Something from Canada to Los Angeles. Some of these karmics they had something to do with involving people from Canada to Los Angeles. International. Yeah, they go back and forth from Canada to California, from California to Canada, or something connected with these states. So some of the names that I was getting, I'm going to give you the names right now. Wade could be the last name, or Wade could be the first name. Owens could be the last name. Alex, Mark, Michael, Erica, Jillian, Rafa. Rafa could be like, it could be exactly how it sounds, or like Rafa in Puerto Rican and Spanish. Nicholas, Brooke, Brooke, the name Brooke. Cecilia, the name Cecilia. Jillian, Mike, Zach. And Zach, I always see often for months now. I've been seeing Zach, Edwin, and with Edwin, Joseph, Stephens, like I said, Corey. Um, so these names could be, it could be people involved in a good way or in a bad way. It would just have to really depend on your situations, all right? But these are all the names that were coming up. So these are a lot of different informations that I was getting, okay? Luke, and Luke was coming out very strong. Luke, Jackie. Luke's been coming out a lot. They want you to also read Luke. They saying if you understand and read Luke in the Bible, you're going to understand about a lot of things. You're going to get some information there, especially when you're trying to find out information about any type of investigation concerning any karmic or light being. Scott. I don't know. I just heard them say something that this Scott is somebody famous. He's related to somebody's famous. Scott. Scott has an involvement with something. I don't know why they just said Scott. The guy that was married to that Kardashian one. Something about Scott. I don't know. Some of these people, they could be karmics or they could be chosen ones. They're involved with like a boat business, yachts. These people, like some of their bloodlines, their families, they own businesses like with boats, yachts. They could own boats and yachts as well. All right? So, and a lot of them, they could be fighting over like businesses right now. They could be fighting over businesses, fighting over who's more, who got more business, who got more status, who got more people that follow them. It's the same bullshit, just different time, different year, different lifetime. It's always the same shit. Everybody fighting over who's better, who got more money, who's being seen more, who could get more men or women, who sells the most drugs, who does the most illegal things. All this you have to pay attention to. But either way, I was noticing, and then in this movie I was watching, so they were talking about in the end, in the end of the movie, it was weird because it's like it started off with this woman that she was pregnant, she was drinking, getting high, smoking, okay, pregnant. I'm talking about like 9 months pregnant, bro. So some of you karmics, that's what you're doing right now. You need to stop. Or you could be a regular, like a regular person too. Don't do that. If you don't know, that's one thing. But I'm pretty sure when you're almost 8 9 months, you fucking know. All right. So yeah. So it started off like that. Then it showed like her dad getting killed. But then they're trying to find out why the dad was killed. But the dad then ended up finding out, well, the dad was sleeping around, right? But he was this rich, famous person that pays people off to keep his secrets about what he did, about children he had. I mean, the man even wrote books about this child that he had. Like he wrote some children's books about a child he had. Like, who does that? But yeah, he was hiding it from his wife that, he's sleeping around who he was. So some of these people could write children books, or some of these karmics, they could actually write books about the bad things that they're doing. All right. So yeah. So they ended up having to look for the child. I mean, for the man's killer. Ended up finding out who it was. So the killer ended up being the father that they killed. One of his the kid that he has mother's other son. Okay, just crazy shit. So he felt that, since he killed him and he died, that his brother was supposed to get the inheritance. Like, who is he to say that anyways? Because, it's none of his business. That's his brother's business, not his business. All right, but he was older. The other little brother was smaller. He was always hitting him, picking on him, trying to be in control of him and the mother. Which for me, I would have slapped the shit out of him. He wouldn't have been acting like that in my house. He had to get the fuck out. But yeah, that's how they were acting in this movie. So then it ended up coming out that the older brother that was only the half brother, that really didn't have shit to do with none of this, but was trying to be in the middle of it, just like a lot of these people are doing right now. All these karmics being in the middle of things they have no business or they shouldn't be involved in. Um, that he killed the man. He killed the father because he felt that his brother, that they should have lived a better life, because why did this girl that was pregnant get to live a good life with her mom and dad, when they had both the same dad. So the guy was the one that killed the lady, and then he ended up killing other people. He killed the cop. So some of you that are cops, FBI, feds, be careful, because some of these people out here, they are not in their right mind. Okay, so they just be careful. I'm just saying, be careful. Don't ever underestimate any of your, these criminals, these dark people, because they will do whatever they have to. They're not mentally stable. I've gotten that out of both movies I watched. So anyways, then in the end, he kills his own mother because the mother gave the other brother to, the lady that was pregnant, which would have been his father's family. And he got mad about that, so he killed the mom, trying to be an overpowering of his own mother. So he killed her. Then he went to the house where his brother, where the mother took the brother, and then with his sister, the one that was pregnant, and then the woman, which is the pregnant one's mother, okay? Uh, and tried to go there. He killed the police right there. Then he was saying that this woman was pregnant from the beginning. So I'm not sure if this woman, like, if she was chosen to have that child and she was pregnant, like, from God or from some light being, and because there was no other half. She just had a boyfriend in the beginning, but that wasn't his child. Um, and this guy ended up saying it was his child. So I don't know if she had got raped or something happened, because they really didn't show it like that in the beginning. But this crazy lunatic, which was the half brother of her brother, was like, that's my child. This is what God ordained. In both movies that I was watching, though, I strongly was getting like what we are all going through right now in humanity. This is a spiritual battle between the dark and the light. So a lot of these karmics and bad people, they try to twist God's words and his laws to benefit them, or they switched and turned it to make it into the devil's laws, the fake Bibles and fake bullshit they be believing out here. And then whereas, the people that know, that are spiritually connected with God, know the truth of what's what and what's not, right? There's a difference. So anyways, this guy, he wanted to take the baby. He was going to take the baby and then thought he was going to live with this woman. He wanted this woman to be his wife with this child. So what I was getting to, a lot of these karmas, they're like trying to force someone to be in control of them, trying to force someone to be with them, trying to force someone to be their other half, to be in a relationship with them, a marriage, whatever, a commitment, trying to force to act like they're going to be a mother or father of a child that's not even really supposed to be theirs. You know, um so yeah, so anyways, the woman, he had the woman because she could barely stand up, and she ended up killing the guy herself. The light being woman that just had the baby, which would have been the sister of his brother, half sister. Uh, she stabbed him up, and the priest was there. And the whole crazy thing about all of this too was, in this movie, was like there was a religious priest there. So it's like everything that's going on has to do with the devil and God, with the dark and the light, the yin and the yang, the good and the bad, with all of the situations going on around the world right now. That's another thing that you need to pay real close attention to. This is a spiritual battle going on. Always be protected. Always watch your surroundings. Pay attention to people, places, and things. Pay attention to their eyes. Pay attention to how they speak. And really, you don't have to even do all that. The intuition, if you listen to your intuition and you watch your intuition will tell you right away. If you have your chakras aligned, you eat lots of fruits, vegetables, you're spiritually inclined, you have your time with your spirituality, every day or every other day or several times a day. Drinking lots and lots of water, cleansing your energy, protecting yourself, shielding yourself, staying away from you're going to know there's not too much that is going to get by you. Especially if you're chosen and called. Whether you are the dark or the light. See, that's why. But a lot of these karmics, they don't realize, like that man lost his life and many innocent people lost their life. That's what's happening in the world right now. Many people have died from lifetime to lifetime from trying to do what was right or help the world or speak the truth about what's been hidden and still are to this day. And then you have many that are dark, that are nothing but liars, stealers, connivers, lustful, heathens, whoremongers, powerful, think that they're almighty, egotistic, stingy, stubborn, and all the above. All right. So those are the messages I was getting. Very, very, a lot of strong messages. I mean, sometimes to really get something, you might have to listen to it over and over again, but it's going to give you, there's parts of the puzzles, all pieces to the puzzle. All right. Everybody has a job to do. And this is one of mine. Okay. Whether I want to do it or not, I don't have a say. It's what God called me to do. Okay. It's just one of the things. Like I said, I have many jobs. Many of you don't even realize what I go through on a daily basis. I have so much, I could be sitting in my bed all day and I'm working from right here, like worldwide. You don't even know the half of it. But my job is to, and not only to, stop those of the dark or expose those of the dark, to help them as well, for those that want to be helped. All right, not everybody is going to stay stuck and stagnant. Not everybody is going to stay stuck and in the dark. A lot of them, they do want to change. They do want another chance. We just have to keep praying for them and wishing them the best. But then there are a lot of them, like I said earlier in the other video, they don't want to change. No matter if you put them in jail, no matter if you take everything for them, no matter how many times you punish them, they know that's who they are. They're not going to change. Not for me, not for you, not for God. And those are the exact ones that don't need to be here on this planet. I'm sorry. No, let me say this. I'm not sorry. Because they don't deserve to be here to hurt the rest of humanity and make others suffer because of their ugly, dark, evil ways. This is a spiritual battle. I did not come to lose. I've already won. Many of you that are of the 144,000, I'm pretty sure you didn't come to lose either. We came to help humanity, to help those that are being treated unjustly and unfair, to bring about righteousness, to bring about good things, things that are love, things that are true, loyal, justice, everlasting peace, understanding, equality, togetherness, oneness. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that some of those messages help. I was writing down as fast as I could on so many papers, but I'm trying to relax and watch my movie. But at the same time, God's got me working. I've been working the whole day. It's like a whole time. It's a full-time job. Even when I'm sleeping. All right? Some of you understand that and some of you don't. All right? All right, I love all of you. Enjoy your weekend. Don't drink too much. Don't party too much. Just enjoy it. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter if you do. Don't let it control you. You control it. Don't let the dark thoughts control you. You control it. Find balance. You want change, you got to be the change. You want things to be different, you got to move differently. You're tired of people, places, and things, you need to remove yourself from the situation. Nobody's going to come and remove you. You got to remove yourself. You have to let go and let God. A lot of you, you're trying to be God. You're not God. None of us are. Let go and let God. He will take care of everything. Once you give him permission, once he tells you and you let go, he's going to do it. God, your angels, your ancestors, they're going to do it for you. Stay faithful. Have faith of a mustard seed. See you later. Bye-bye.